second graders, this is Mrs. Falk. Today I would like to remind you about that special language that we talked about yesterday. It is onomatopoeia. And if you remember back to this book, The Listening Walk, you know that you had to listen very carefully because in this book, there's a lot of onomatopoeia. Authors use onomatopoeia to make you feel like you are right there and hearing all the sounds that are happening in the story. Today, my friends, I have another special book, and it's just lots of fun for me to read. It has a lot of onomatopoeia in it, and a lot of books that have this special language in it are really fun books to read. This is called Train Song by Diane Siebert, and the paintings are by Mike Wimmer. I want you to listen in and see if you can hear some of that special language that allows you to feel like you are right there in the story. Here we go. Out and back, railroad track, clickety-clack, clickety-clack. Did you hear it? Clickety-clack, clickety-clack. I'm going to put a Post-it on there because I might want to go back to that later. Locomotive cars in tow, going places, Buffalo, New York City, Boston, Mass, slowing neath the overpass, Dallas, Fort Worth, Albany, with stops at all points in between. Did you hear anything there? I didn't. It was fun to read because there was some rhyme in there. Steel wheels rolling on steel trails, rumbling, grumbling on steel rails. Did you hear the rumbling and the grumbling? Makes you think that it's slow and a very heavy load, rumbling and grumbling. Engineers with striped hats, head of the line aristocrats, up in front, sitting high, see them wave as they go by. Didn't hear anything there, did you? Great trains, freight trains, talk about your late trains. The 509 right on time, straight through to LA. Whistles blow, there she goes, slicing through another day. Boys and girls, I heard something there, but I don't know. It's the word slicing. I'm thinking I might be able to hear that if I'm listening very carefully, kind of like going through the day smoothly. I'm going to put it down so I don't forget the slicing. Boxcars, flat cars, going to North Platte cars, Cotton Belt, Santa Fe, New York Central, on their way. Long trains, strong trains, singing clickety-song trains. Cars with lumber, cars with cattle, clickety-clacking to Seattle. Well, I think I heard some there. Singing clickety-song trains. Clickety-clacking. I can hear it, can't you? Cars piled high with automobiles, wheels on wheels on wheels on wheels. Tank cars hauling gasoline, diesels, oil, and kerosene. 30 hoppers in a row hauling spuds from Idaho. Caboose of yellow at the end, disappearing round the bend. Now, I didn't hear any of that special onomatopoeia language here, but I did notice that they use the word spuds. That's a different word for potato. So authors sometimes try to use a variety of words to name items. Very interesting. Trains with passengers on board, clickety-clacking, rolling towards their destinations far away, clickety-clacking night and day. Coaches, club cars, Diners too. Dome cars with a perfect view. Did you hear that? Clickety clacking. I'm going to note that here so I don't forget. Signal lights, green, yellow, red. A railroad station up ahead. Rolling, rolling into town. Toward the platform, slowing down. Creaking, clanking, air brakes squeal. Moaning, groaning, steel on steel. Whoa, this part of the story is loaded with special onomatopoeia language. Rolling, rolling, creaking, clanking, squeal, moaning, groaning. Oh, you can feel it slowing down. Overnighter to the bay, arrive at noon on Saturday. Get a sleeper, don't be late. She's waiting on track number 8. Head conductor dressed in black, peering up and down the tracks. Checks his watch. Now hear him shout, all aboard, she's pulling out. Oh, I love that. There's a conversation tag here. It says, hear him shout. So I know that I had to say, all aboard, kind of a little bit louder, a little bit firmer so everybody could hear she's pulling out. Conversation tags are very helpful to a reader. I'm glad that they let me know that he was shouting because that really helped. Through the tunnel, going fast, clickety-clack, she's roaring past the cities, suburbs, little towns, past forest greens and desert browns. Ooh, new word here I haven't heard. Roaring past. Ooh, you can almost hear that. Ooh, roaring. Clickety-clack again. So I'm going to use my Post-it there too again to mark that spot. Spikes and crosties, smooth, warm rails. Through the twilight, whistles wail. Whistles wails. Feel the rhythm, hear the sound, clickety-clacking, homeward bound. I bet you heard that clickety-clacking again. There it is, right there. Say goodnight and wave goodbye. Hear the railroad lullaby. Wow, that onomatopoeia made this book just so much fun to read. And I could hear all of the sounds as the different trains traveled across our country. I'm so glad that Diane Siebert knew about onomatopoeia. Aren't you? Today, writers, if you are in Mrs. Donovan's, or Mrs. Etzel's, or Miss Gilbert, or Mrs. O'Donnell's class, you will be writing a story. And in your story, we're hoping that you're going to have 3 really good examples of onomatopoeia. Remember, we want to make sure that you're writing at least 5 sentences. And remember capital letters on the beginning of your sentences and for pronouns. And don't forget that great punctuation that really helps the reader read your writing the way you want it to be read. If you are in Mrs. Folk's class, we're going to be finishing up an onomatopoeia piece that we started yesterday. And so I will give you all the information you need on the slide for our writing assignment. So boys and girls, until I see you again, happy writing. And don't forget, make your reader feel and hear that they are in your story tomorrow. Happy writing. We'll see you soon. Bye.